Hey, fantasy football fans, it's me, the Fantasy Football Girl, coming at you with another edition of Vlog Times. Well, here we are at the end of week 1 of the 2011 NFL season. Some people doubted it would ever happen, but it is indeed now in the history books. It was a big week, a lot of surprises, a few disappointments, tons of question marks, all of which John Evans, my co-host on the X's and Y's podcast, and I will delve into when we record on Wednesday, September 14th. Be sure to look for that later this week. In the meantime, however, how about some good old-fashioned bust bombs and bonuses? Fitzy, what happened? Well, it looks like Chris Gamble and an underestimated Panthers defense is what happened. Carolina was able to hold Larry Fitzgerald to only 3 receptions and a mere 62 yards. Youch. However, fantasy owners do take note that quarterback Kevin Kolb did target Larry Fitzgerald a total of 7 times, which was more than any other receiver. Now come on guys, it's only week 1. We've got 16 more weeks ahead of us. I don't want to see you jumping on that waiver wire and picking up Doucette or King just because they found the end zone in the first week of the regular season. That just doesn't make sense. You have to stay consistent because what is the key to winning fantasy championships? Consistency. And who has been a consistent stud receiver? Larry Fitzgerald. Also, we do know that Kolb and Fitzgerald connected in the preseason and illustrated great rapport. I have to believe that trend is going to continue in week 2 when the Cardinals take on the Redskins and their struggling secondary. So come on, guys. Fitzgerald owners, hang in there. Stay strong. If it happens again, and then 2 more times until week 4, you can get into some distress. Until then, you're my bust this week, Fitzy. But a lot of people are counting on you. How do I not make Mike Tolbert out of San Diego my bomb for the week? He certainly played like the bomb. Not only was he the #1 scoring fantasy football running back in a standard scoring league, even outscoring Ray Rice, who everybody is talking about and obviously is still a better PPR option, but still, he also saved my tushy in a league. So thank you, MT. I appreciate it. Tolbert had 12 carries for 35 yards, but more impressively, 9 catches for 58 yards and 3 touchdowns, 2 of which were passes from Phillip Rivers. Clearly, Norv Turner and friends plan on making him a huge part of the passing game. Gotta love that. Now, I don't expect him to have as monster of a game every week as he did in week 1. However, I do still think he's definitely a solid play in week 2 when he takes on the Pats. Keep it up, Tolbert. We need you. Ed who? Ed Dickson, that's who. You guys know that my bonuses are all about the players that are unexpected, that not a lot of people are talking about. Well, this guy is only owned in about 6% of fantasy leagues, according to Yahoo. He's the tight end in Baltimore. He and Dennis Pitta joined the team when the Ravens cut veteran Todd Heap during the offseason. Seems to have worked out well for that Ravens squad. In his first game with Baltimore, Ed Dickson had a career-high 5 receptions for 58 yards, and he scored a touchdown, a pretty one at that, all against the staunch Steelers D, which obviously didn't look so staunch in week 1, but I expect them to come back next week. Regardless, keep an eye on Ed Dickson. I think he is going to be a solid TE2 option, backup tight end option. Obviously, it's only week 1, but you gotta love him against the Titans, who did not look good in week 1 either. Keep him on your radar. This has been Bust Bombs and Bonuses for week 1. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out the X's and Y's podcast on Wednesday, as well as the Fantasy Football Guys podcast. Have a great week, win big, and happy birthday, Eddie. I appreciate all your support.